Did you know that stress costs over $300 billion annually? And the World Health Organization says chronic stress is a worldwide epidemic. Stress may not only be damaging more than your mental health, it could be secretly attacking your joints. Today, I'm discussing how chronic stress is quietly wreaking havoc on your joint health and what you can do to stop it. Hi, I'm Lovaine. I'm here to help you connect the dots between stress and chronic pain, especially if you're someone managing conditions like arthritis or ankylosing spondylitis, like me. Many of us think stress only affects our mood or mental health, but I want to show you how much deeper it goes than that, all the way into your joints. Today's video is all about helping you understand how chronic stress could be destroying your joint health, leading to increased chronic pain and inflammation you may not even know was related. But don't worry, there are steps you can take to reduce stress before it really gets out of control. And I'll share a few ways you can start using today to manage these symptoms. If this sounds good to you, keep watching. Let's start by understanding what chronic stress is. Stress is a natural and necessary reaction from your body, like when you're preparing for a deadline or dealing with a sudden emergency. Your body releases hormones like cortisol, getting you ready to act. But when stress becomes chronic, your body doesn't get a chance to relax. When your body is consistently in a fight or flight response, your cortisol levels stay really high, your muscles remain tense, and your poor little body doesn't get a break. This affects both your emotional health and your physical well-being. Now, what does chronic stress have to do with joint pain and inflammation? Here's where things get interesting. Chronic stress triggers a physical response in your body. Imagine a waterfall, water representing chronic stress, and it's constantly flowing and moving throughout your body like a strong current. One of the biggest issues is how chronic stress keeps cortisol levels very high for too long. While cortisol is necessary for dealing with stress, consistently high levels of this hormone over time can lead to inflammation. In my past struggles with ankylosing spondylitis, joint pain, I worked in positions that came with high levels of expectations. And being a high achiever, I did everything I could to meet those expectations, many times at the expense of my joints, which ultimately led to high stress levels. I knew I couldn't continue to let deadlines and meetings take a toll on my joints. So I researched ways to manage stress so that it was healthy for my body. And I came across a really great book written by Kelly McGonigal called The Upside of Stress: Why Stress is Good for You and How to Get Good at It. This is an excellent resource, and she has many exercises you can do if you're feeling a lot of stress in your life. Stress from your relationships, your kids, or your boss. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out. Okay, back to what we're talking about. Inflammation. Inflammation is your body's response to injury or stress. And while this response is meant to be protective in the short term, chronic inflammation leads to joint damage. If you've been diagnosed with arthritis or ankylosing spondylitis, you might already know that inflammation makes these conditions worse. Cortisol also makes your muscles tight, which creates tension around your joints, increasing wear and tear over time. Think about how after a stressful day, you might feel neck or back pain. That's not just your muscles, it may also be stress impacting your joints. If you're finding this information helpful so far and it's shedding light on your chronic pain, please subscribe to my channel. By subscribing, you won't miss future videos where I'll share more about my journey reducing ankylosing spondylitis pain. Now back to the video. Now let's look specifically at how chronic stress worsens conditions like arthritis and ankylosing spondylitis. When stress increases inflammation, it doesn't only make your joints ache, stress also speeds up the breakdown of cartilage, and cartilage is essential for smooth movement in your joints. Over time, this can lead to more pain, stiffness, and difficulty moving. I remember when the cartilage in both of my hips broke down. I mean, I could barely walk, and I had to use a walker to get around. And I was in tremendous pain because as I walked, my bones rubbed on each other. Inflammation ate away all the cartilage in my hip joints. I don't want to see you end up on an operating room table like me. So make sure you keep watching for the tips I share near the end of the video to help you manage your stress levels. Now, chronic stress doesn't stop at inflammation. It impacts your immune system too. Autoimmune diseases like ankylosing spondylitis are especially sensitive to stress because the immune system is already on overdrive. Chronic stress makes this even worse, meaning your body's defenses may attack your joints even more aggressively when you're under prolonged stress. We can't ignore chronic stress, especially if we want to manage our joint health. I have a video where I talk more about inflammation and how it works in your body. I'll link it in the video here, if you want to check it out. Now that you know there's a link between chronic stress and joint pain, how do you protect yourself? Here are 3 easy ways you can start using right now to reduce chronic stress and start healing your joints. Mindfulness and relaxation. Mindfulness practices like meditation, yoga, or even simple breathing exercises can reduce cortisol and relax your body. Relaxation techniques also help improve sleep, giving your body more time to repair damaged tissues and reduce joint pain. Regular low-impact exercise. You don't need to sweat buckets or wait in long lines for the leg press machine at the gym for exercise benefits. Gentle exercises such as yoga, swimming, or walking promote joint mobility and can help reduce stiffness and joint pain. Additionally, exercise boosts endorphin production, which acts like a natural painkiller and mood enhancer, and helps you manage chronic stress and pain more effectively. Emotional support. Addressing emotional stress through therapy, journaling, or talking with a trusted friend can prevent stress from escalating and making your joints feel worse. Another benefit of emotional support is its ability to lower stress hormones like cortisol, which are linked to increased inflammation in the body. When someone receives emotional support, particularly from people they trust, it can reduce their overall stress levels, leading to decreased flare-ups of chronic conditions like arthritis. Practicing mindfulness, regular low-impact exercise, and managing emotional health not only protect your joints, but also boost your mental health and overall well-being. In this video, you learned that chronic stress isn't only an emotional or mental health issue, it's directly tied to your physical health, especially your joints. We've talked about how stress leads to elevated cortisol and can cause inflammation and joint damage. Chronic stress can worsen conditions like arthritis and ankylosing spondylitis. It's important to manage your stress not only for your mental health, but for your joint mobility. If you made it to the end of this video, woohoo! I hope the information here has given you some clarity on how chronic stress may be affecting your joint health and your efforts to manage chronic pain. Please be sure to leave a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to managing chronic pain? I'd love to know. In the meantime, if you'd like even more help, in my next video, I'll share some of the top supplements for joint pain so you can reduce inflammation and support your joints. Remember, you're beautiful and more powerful than you know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.